Hi everyone, it's Trish from Dish Kitty Studio, and I just wanted to come back and do a quick flip of my daily journal book. It's been a couple of weeks. I apologize for that. Things have just been really busy. Anyways, let's just dive right in. I think I finished on this page last time. Here I just drew a picture of my water brush. I spent some time cleaning out all my water brushes, which if you use water brushes, you know it needs to be done every so often because that water just gets stagnant and funky, and like I actually had like a little bit of mold growing in some of mine, so I took them all apart and cleaned them out. My husband and I went to a local brewery. They were having a release party for Smitten, which is their spring seasonal. So I grabbed a sticker, and it was a coloring party, so we actually got to make little Valentine cards, and then you stick them in an envelope and address them, and then the brewery actually mails them out for you. But my husband made this one for me while we were there. It says, "Our love's been fermenting, let's tap it," which I thought was cute. And if you watched my journal tidbit video from a couple of weeks ago, I showed like how I always like color these little sticker ring things, and so I just use those to attach this as a tip-in, which is another great use for those once you get them all colored and painted and whatever you want to do to them. This was actually a pretty lame drawing day. My husband went out to the movies with some of his buddies. It was Deadpool. Deadpool came out that day. So they were all going out, and I made pizza, and I drew breadsticks. I made pizza for all the guys before they went to the movie. I had lunch with my girlfriend who has a new baby, and I got to hold her, and she's so cute, so I drew a little picture of that. This is all one day, actually. That evening, my husband and I went to the local art school and they do these kind of one-night workshops, and this one in particular was geared toward couples. They call them hot date night, and you can bring your own food and like beer, wine, whatever you want to drink, and we glazed these beautiful pots. It's called raku. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's actually a photograph. So we did a raku glaze on these pots, and then it went in the kiln while we were there, and while they were in the kiln being fired, we actually got to try out the potter's wheel and try to form clay and make stuff, and it was really fun. We had a great time. It was a really fun night. It's just I don't know what not much happened in that day, but just a little drawing of me. Oh, I know what it was. My husband had an event in a local town for a side project that he's working on. I'm going to back this out a little bit. I feel like it's a little close. There, is that better? Hope so. Anyway, the place he was doing his event is right near this brewery that's in a town. It's probably about 40 minutes away, so I don't get over there very much. So while he was doing his event, I went over to this brewery and had a couple beers while I waited for him, and then he picked me up after. It was fun. Valentine's Day, pretty standard, after you've been married for a gabillion years like we have. We would much rather stay home than fight the crowd, so it was a low-key Valentine's Day Sunday, and we just kind of hung out. This is a little drawing of a baby hat. My girlfriend that just had a baby, I made a little pink hat for her daughter, and I think it turned out pretty cute. It's been a while since I actually knitted, so it was kind of fun. I tend to, the last year or so, I've done a little bit more crochet than knit, so it was kind of fun to get back to doing that. It's a picture of a muffin because I made pumpkin muffins with bourbon-soaked raisins, and actually I don't think the muffins turned out that great, but boy, they sure smelled good when they were in the oven, and they were pretty, that's for sure. This day I went over and spent some time with a friend of mine and his two little boys, who are just the cutest, sweetest little kids ever. And we played this game. It's Guess Who, which is it's been around for 1,000 years, but it was the kids' version. So it's like instead of people, it's animals and food and different things like that. So I drew a picture of the red octopus because that was one of the ones that we chose, my teammate and I. It was fun. I had a good time. Those boys always make me laugh. Got a shamrock shake finally. I'm not a big milkshake person, but my birthday is actually St. Patrick's Day, so I get all excited about Shamrock Shakes, and I usually try to get one a year, so I got my Shamrock Shake. This was just a regular old day. My husband and I, it was a Friday. After work, we went out and ran a bunch of errands, did some shopping, all that kind of stuff, and then we went and had dinner, and we got one of those deep fried onion things, so I drew a picture of it. This was a crazy day because I spent the morning watching a movie with my girlfriends that we all love. They live far away. They live in Louisville, Kentucky, which is about a 5-hour drive from here. But we wanted to watch this particular movie together, so we did it kind of in a chat. So we all watched the movie at the same time, and you know, we all talked about it together in this chat, and it was really fun. And then I spent most of the afternoon and evening with a bunch of my really good friends. We had kind of a beer share where everybody brings different beers, and then we all kind of try all the beers together. And it was a great time. I had a blast. But that was also the night that there was a shooting in town. I live in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and we had an active shooter situation that evening. 6 people were killed. A couple others were hurt. One is a 14-year-old girl who is still in, I believe, still in critical condition now. So that was it was kind of a really weird day because there were so many great things happening, but then these terrible things were happening too. So it was just a really weird kind of juxtaposition there. This was a Sunday, and I really didn't have much going on, so I hung out with my stuffed mouse, and we did a whole lot of lounging, and we watched a lot of TV, and that's about it. That's all I've got so far. You can see I'm way behind. This says February 21st. Today is actually Leap Day, February 29th, so I am way behind on this sucker. Look at all those sticky notes, and I don't even have a bunch of them filled out yet. So I am way behind. You can, like I said, it's been really busy. That's why this video is late too. I don't have a ton of other stuff to report. I just wanted to do a quick flip and at least say hi, and I'm still here. I will be back with another video soon, I promise. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a great week.